Hello fellow YouTubers, Bear Prepper here. Today we're going to try to answer a question that has been asked by a lot of our viewers. How do you wake others up? I know, we're in the same boat that a lot of you are, that waking family or friends up can be quite difficult. Most people have their blinders on. They're just dealing with the day-to-day stresses and trying to survive daily, let alone thinking about how or what may come. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And yes, we did wash off the table. Come on, folks, give us a break. We're busy people. Anyways, so Kim, what is a way that you have been able to, if not wake somebody up, plant the seeds to wake up?
Perseverance. You got to keep at it. I talk about what I do and what Bear does and what we do together. I try to, people just don't get it most of the time, but I have a boss that I talk to a lot about what I'm doing. And over the years, he's opening these eyes. He's not doing a lot yet, but he's asking a lot of questions. You just have to keep at it. It's just a never-ending process sometimes with some people.
One of the things that I found is that you have to find something that connects with them. You've got to find that connection. So is it that they are afraid of being hungry? Are they afraid of being thirsty? Are they concerned with what's going on in the economy? Are they concerned with losing their job, old age? You have to find what connects with them, and it could take multiple tries before you find where they respond back. And you can always tell when you've hit a trigger with somebody because they'll always come back with a question. And so that's what I've noticed with people. And, I've been at this for a lot of years. And I was lucky in the fact that, and you've heard my story before, I was young and I lived in front of my landlord on this street. There was probably 10 homes and they were all older people. We're talking people in their late 60s to 80s. And they were all farmers. They all made their own butter, made their own wine. They had animals and chickens in their backyards. And they had gardens. And they took the time, and I was willing, that was the key, I was willing to listen and participate. And I learned so much from them without any fear. Fear tactics don't last. You gotta find that connection, and then you can build upon it and remove the fear. Because if you do nothing but fear, you're going to scare them away.
Yeah, the convenience factor for most people, it, you can go down to the store, you can do this or that, you don't have to work for it. There's small things that we do that save us money and by making things ourselves, and that might appeal to some people. Family, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am surprised about the number of people that mention family as not getting it. And but I have the same thing in my family. They understand, but they're not participating. They're not really doing anything. I know they'll show up when something happens, but they're not preparing themselves for it. I had some that they get it and they make an effort. You know, they're doing a little bit on their own. A lot of them are far away, and I don't really expect them to be here. You know, with me. But it's comforting to know that they're trying to do something to prepare themselves for if anything happens. Now I don't know what the magic key is for getting somebody to see it. She makes a good point about the fear factor, and like you said, that doesn't last. You got to connect somewhere. Somebody you'll hit on something that they're interested in. You got to with one fellow I was talking to. It was solar. They I don't want to be without electricity myself. You know, and solar's a big part of that. So he started asking a lot of questions, and it just leads. It'll get you there. You know, you start asking the right questions.
Yeah, and I can give you some examples of things that I've found that have connected with people. One individual, very busy lifestyle, and having to cook dinner every night. You know, that can be a burden when you're running back and forth with your kids and doing all that. So one of the things I showed her was how to prep 10 pounds of hamburger and keep it in her freezer. Well, that was a start. And, you know, it's taken 3 years, but now she's asking the questions. She's doing the things she needs to do to prepare herself because she sees what's going on in the economy and it's got her petrified. And so, you know, my goal is don't be afraid, do something about it. And so she's been working toward that goal. So that connected with her. My family, one of the things that I've done with my family is I've started purchasing them a 3-month supply of food, or I guess 3 months. I believe that's what it was. And, you know, the response I got was, you are really serious about this. And I am. You guys all know that. I'm very serious about this. I don't want anybody to go hungry. Not when there's something you can do about it very inexpensively. It's really not that expensive to get a couple of buckets of freeze-dried food or dehydrated food and share it with them. And it gets them thinking and gets them asking. You know, and my family's at the point, if I say, hey, can you come help me? They're here. They help me process the birds. My mom will make me spaghetti, sauce to can. They come over and help me when I make pickles. Whenever I ask, they'll be there. And so they get it. They may not be willing to do it on their own, but they get it. Other people in my life that I've connected to, it's mostly been me providing them the food to get them started. And I'll be honest, that seems to be my best trigger for people I know. But it's probably because they know me and I talk about my preps freely with them. I tell them what I'm doing. And so me getting them food, it just solidifies it. I have another friend that once I got her food, she got it, how serious I was. And she's very far away. She went out and bought her a year's supply because she's starting to get it. What is a simple, inexpensive thing that you could show somebody what to do to get them to realize that doing it yourself and being prepared to do it yourself is so much better?
Well, one thing we do is like making laundry soap. It is so simple to do and inexpensive, and saves you a lot of money in the long run. And it's something anybody can do, and it works good. It cleans your clothes. And it's not full of all that stuff that they put in there. All that courage, it's a matter of telling people, you know, what you're doing. That's what I find with me, is I just keep reiterating what I'm doing here at the retreat, and they get some of it. I just keep telling them about what I'm doing, and they get interested in what you're doing. Some of them. It can be a long, drawn out process.
Yeah.
You know, they don't. Those people just don't. You know, light bulb doesn't go off, and they go, yeah, I get it, but because I have several other people I worked with that, you know, well, why should I do that? I go down to the store and get it. You know, I just like, what if there's not a store? You know, they just don't get it. That, or the federal government's going to help you when things go bad, and I don't want to depend on somebody else. I want to depend on me and family and friends and make it work.
I think the key is to plant the seed. If you plant the seed, then you can build upon it from there. As things get worse, those seeds that you've planted all these years will kick in. For the majority of people that you've planted the seed, they will get it. You may not see it on a daily basis, but they will get it. It will start registering. And that's all you can do. Okay, we just ran out of Sims cards, so we're going to leave it at that. Please put your comments below and let us know how you've reached people in your life. Anything to add?
Till next time.
Blessings.